This worked example for arrays will demonstrate the code to sum the contents of an array. Here are the subgoal labels for evaluating arrays. Here's the problem we want to solve. Assume that the integer array alpha has been properly declared and is full of data values. Evaluate these statements and determine the value of sum. If any error occurs, give the reason. The first statement, int sum, is assigned the value 0. Then, for int I takes on the value 0, continue as long as I is less than alpha.length, increment I by 1. Inside the loop, sum plus equals alpha sub I. Subgoal 1 is to set up the array from 0 to size minus 1. We know that alpha is an array of ints and it has values, but in this case we don't know exactly what those values are. So we'll set up an array that goes from 0 to some size minus 1 index. Notice that the largest index is size minus 1. Remember that alpha.length will give you the array size, but the largest index is size minus 1. For subgoal 2, evaluate the data type of the statements against the array. This loop has an index that goes from 0 to size minus 1 or less than length by increments of 1. So all of the index accesses are legal. Then inside the loop, the value at alpha sub I is added to sum. Sum is an integer and alpha sub I is an integer, and you can add two integers together, so all of those statements are also valid. Subgoal 3. Trace the statements updating the slots as you go. What is this code doing? Let's trace it with one sample array. First we'll set sum to 0, and then we have a sample array. In this case, we're walking through the array from index 0 to less than length or index sub 4. The original sum is 0, and the first time through the loop we will add alpha sub 0 to the sum. So the sum plus alpha sub I would be 12. The next time through the loop, I is 1. The value at position 1 of alpha is 22, so we will add 22 to the value already in sum, or 12 plus 22 will become 34. The next time through the loop, I has a value of 2, alpha sub 2 is 8, so we will add 8 to the value in sum, or 34 plus 8 becomes 42. Sum now has a value of 42. The next time through the loop, I has a value of 3. The value at alpha sub 3 is 15. We will add 15 to the value in sum, 42, to get 57. The last time through the loop, I has a value of 4. Alpha sub 4 has a value of 2. We will add 2 to the value that's in sum and get 59. For this code, each value in alpha is added to the sum one at a time to come up with the total of all of the values in the array or the sum. That is the end of this worked example.